So hey guys, welcome to my review of Batman Beyond Unlimited issue number 4. In the last issue of Batman Beyond, we had 3 separate storylines. One storyline dealing with the Superman Beyond storyline, just generally has to deal with Superman himself. Basically, we learned that Clark Kent or Superman, he feels like his presence on Earth really isn't needed anymore, and he feels really depressed that maybe Earth doesn't need a Superman anymore and he should basically run away and just fly away somewhere else. And we also are introduced to a new character. Her name is Lucinda. In the last issue, I did not want to review the ending or who this person was in the ending of that storyline, but I'm going to have to mention it here, so spoiler alert. The person that's introduced to us in the last issue, Lucinda, she is actually the daughter of Lex Luthor, and that's how the story ends. And then basically with the Batman Beyond storyline, we just continued with the Mad Stan storyline, and basically we had Dana actually came in and she just bled her heart out to Terry, and then in the last part of the issue, he had to decide whether or not should he stop the Russians and Mad Stan from killing each other, or should he go and help Dana with her brother's issue or problems. And that's how that issue ended. And in the Batman or Justice League Unlimited storyline, not Justice League Unlimited, but Justice League Beyond storyline, basically we had Batman Beyond basically save Amanda Waller and Micron, and we actually learned some information about the intentions the Cobra have, releasing Ouroboros and trying to destroy each entire universe or planet and trying to rule over everybody else. And that's how that issue ended. So we pick up where all these storylines ended. There's a lot here. In this story, or in this issue, we open up with the Justice League Beyond storyline. We continue where that issue left off, or that storyline left off. We have Batman, or basically Terry McGinnis, and Bruce Wayne and Superman all together in the Batcave, and they're trying to get Bruce to give them a mother box so they can actually use a boom tube to get into New Genesis and help fight against Ouroboros. And that's what actually happens, and they actually go to New Genesis, but then they find out that the whole planet has already been destroyed. And we have Orion coming in, and he gives us some backstory or information about what happened on that planet. And Ouroboros did attack New Genesis, and they were actually losing. So Highfather actually had to, get help from Darkseid, and they actually made an agreement with one another, and Darkseid sent his army to help Highfather fight against Ouroboros on New Genesis. And that didn't also turn out to be great. They actually all lost. Everybody actually did die except for Orion and Darkseid, and last part of this issue we are introduced to Darkseid, and actually Orion's about to take off his helmet and something is about to be revealed, and that's how the end of that storyline is. And then we actually get a new storyline. So this time we have actually 4 storylines in this issue. This storyline has to deal with the backstory of Warhawk and how he, came to be. Because in the Justice League animated series, we learned that Shayera, or Hawkgirl, and the Green Lantern, John Stewart, actually were in love with each other, and they were actually going to have a baby together. And that baby was actually Warhawk. But we never saw them actually get together in the end of that animated series. And in this issue, we actually get backstory. Now, I don't want to talk much about this because for fans of the Justice League animated series and for people who actually did ship John Stewart and Hawkgirl together and wanted to see them together, I don't want to talk much about this because I really want you guys to anticipate on how they're going to get together and what's the story behind all of this. I really want you to anticipate. I really want you guys to anticipate it and really want to hype up for it. So I won't talk much about it, but we do get some backstory about how Warhawk came to be and how Green Lantern and Hawkgirl actually came together, or John Stewart and Hawkgirl actually came together. Now, my thoughts about this storyline, I will give you my thoughts later on about it. But yeah, afterwards, we actually get another storyline that has to deal with the Mad Stan Batman Beyond storyline, and it just closes up the whole entire thing. Batman Beyond, or Terry McGinnis, actually decides to go stop Mad Stan and the Russians from killing each other, and he just actually fight it out. Batman Beyond saves the day. Terry actually saves it. Yeah, Terry saves the day, and that's how the issue ends, or that's how that storyline ends. And then we actually are going to continue the whole entire Joker storyline sooner or later. Then after that, we have the Superman Beyond storyline. And that story just had to deal with Lucinda getting a lecture from Lex Luthor and how they're actually going to plan to actually kill Superman. And that's the summary of each entire storyline in this issue. Now, my thoughts on this whole entire issue. Now, it's a good issue. I did like the Justice League Beyond storyline and the backstory for Warhawk. Just the straightforward Batman Beyond storyline was a bit lacking because it was a closing end to the Mad Stan storyline, and I just felt like, did this really have to happen? Like, I was looking back at it, this whole four-parter right here that had to deal with Mad Stan, I think they just threw it in there just to bring him back. And I felt like, okay, this really didn't have to deal with anything. I really wanted to see the whole entire Joker storyline come about, but hopefully it will come or surface up sooner or later in the next issue or something like that. Hopefully that comes up. As for the Superman Beyond storyline, I thought it was generally okay. It wasn't bad, but like, I think this comic is doing way too much. We have 4 storylines now. This comic is juggling way too much, and that's what I think it really makes this comic lack, is because of the fact that the Batman Beyond storyline is so short, and the Justice League Beyond storyline, there's something going on, there's something big happening, so it doesn't, all these many storylines that's going on doesn't really affect it all that much, but it does greatly affect the Batman Beyond storyline and the Superman Beyond storyline, in my opinion, because I do want to see more things happen. There's just too much going on in this issue. There's just too much going on in this comic book in general, But I felt this comic was okay. I actually would rate it a 3.5 out of a 5 because of the fact that the next two storylines of the Justice League Beyond and the whole entire backstory for Warhawk did save this issue, this comic book, a lot, because the other 2 storylines were, meh, wasn't that great, or wasn't that memorable, but still, I still think this issue was just okay. Now, the things I did like about this issue was actually, let me show you the artwork for the Warhawk storyline. I'm just going to show you some artwork right here for it. Now, I'm not going to show you a whole lot because I don't want to reveal too much, but I'm going to show you right here. So right here, it says right here, it says Beyond Origin Warhawk Chapter 1. See, this comic is doing way too much, but look at the artwork. It looks decent. It looks really nice. Now, I don't know if you guys would actually like it, but I found it enjoyable. I actually did like it. Look at that. That's Jon Stewart and Hawkgirl actually starting to fall in love with each other. And I actually did mention the Justice League animated series of that whole entire storyline with the Thanagarians invading Earth and how Hawkgirl was like a traitor to them and whatnots. But yeah, they actually do mention it in this issue. I'll just show you a little bit more here. Because I hope you guys have watched the animated series. If you guys haven't, it's okay. They actually give you the whole entire backstory right here. So yeah, this gives you the whole entire backstory between Hawkgirl and Jon Stewart. So you actually see Vixen, and this is actually the part, like right here, this is actually the part where Justice League Unlimited ended between Jon Stewart, Vixen, and Hawkgirl. Then yeah, that's how this ended. Also, I want to show you one more thing that actually did look awesome. Now, if you guys have been waiting for Batman Beyond or Terry McGinnis to actually have his own original, like, sort of old Batman-style costume, not with the whole high-tech stuff, here it is, right here. This is the first early concept design for the Batman Beyond costume. Now, I'll show you how it actually looks like when Terry's wearing it. But yeah, here it is. He's wearing it. He actually has a cape and a cowl. And this is actually the Batman Beyond, design. So if you guys have been waiting to see Terry McGinnis actually wear an old Batman suit, but just with the Batman Beyond design on it, this is it right here. It's really nice to actually see that. I would actually give it a plus for that, just to see that actually happen. Yeah, I actually found, like I said, I found this issue was alright. I mean, like I said, it just does too much. Like, you can see how the summaries were really super short because not a lot of major things happen. I would suggest you guys do pick this issue up. If you guys are fans of Justice League, the animated series, picked this issue up just to read Warhawk's backstory, to read Jon Stewart and Hawkgirl's relationship with one another, and how they will actually potentially get together and have Warhawk as a son. I hope you guys actually do pick it up just because of that. But the Justice League Beyond storyline is good. I actually suggest you guys pick it up for that also, and for the Warhawk backstory. The Batman Beyond storyline, I mean, it's just a closing to the whole entire Matt Stan storyline, which really didn't do much, I guess you can say, besides revealing some characters. And then with the whole entire Superman Beyond storyline, it was alright, like I said, as well. And hopefully these comics actually tangent off into a separate kind of deal. Like, I hope Superman Beyond stays separate into another comic book, because I don't want it to just be like hogging all the space in this comic, because this comic generally started out with just Justice League Beyond and Batman Beyond. That's about it. No more, no more less. I don't mind adding a little bit of storyline between Warhawk or some other characters, but that's about it. Don't add too much, because this really does, I don't know for fans of this comic, but I think some people do get turned off by this because there's just so much going on. You're just like, why am I wasting, how much? $4 for just so much short storyline that really doesn't go anywhere, that doesn't have much going on. I feel like that sometimes, so just to put that out there, hopefully this comic does get better, or hopefully Superman Beyond gets his own comic book series, and it just stays, in this comic just stays with Justice League Beyond and that Batman Beyond storyline, with a little extra storyline added into it, with backstories to characters and whatnot. Also, I would actually like to mention they did make a little Easter egg here with Jimmy Olsen, who actually watches over the Watchtower when the whole entire Justice League is out of commission, or they're actually out on a mission, and the only person that's actually watching the Watchtower is Jimmy Olsen. I didn't actually show you guys, but I'll take out the comic again and actually show you. Now, this guy, at first, I didn't know who he was, because I didn't know how he looked like. I was like, is that really him? But actually, look at him. At first, I was like, is that some other character? Look at him. That is Jimmy Olsen. Tie, bow tie, glasses. Well, he doesn't wear glasses, but the orange hair, the vest, the jacket. Look at him. That is Jimmy Olsen in the Batman Beyond universe. We have never seen him there, but there he is. He's old. He is old. That is Jimmy Olsen. They don't state it's Jimmy Olsen, but it is. And that's a really nice Easter egg they added in there. But overall, this comic is okay. I know I've been rambling on for a really long time, but yeah, I would suggest you guys pick this issue up for the Warhawk storyline and for the Justice League Beyond storyline, and that's about it. So hopefully you guys find this review helpful, and hopefully you guys like it, and thanks for watching. So see you guys later.